Welcome to the Eutaw Street Banter podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Eutaw Street Banter podcast. Believe it or not, I'm here. I'm Cody, and with me is Elijah, and I'm glad to be here. So finally,
Sure you are.
I
So really, what you don't know is this is actually Greg.
Yeah.
You just mask up.
right. Yeah, I'm back. So it's been the busiest month of my life. I'm glad it's starting to slow down for me. As school gets started, I believe this is our last one together until like Christmas break or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So, but anyway, so we got some fun things to talk about. We are going to go through some of this week, news in baseball for this week. And, thank you to Elijah and Greg for holding down the fort, right? I mean,
It's our podcast. I don't know why you're thinking.
I still edited it and everything. That's a lot to say there. But, so I kept it professional and didn't just put totally read things on you guys when you talk crap on me, but that's okay. All right, let's get started. I know that's why you all are here, is to hear a Baltimore Orioles podcast. Let's do it. So first off is the Houston Astros. The first place Houston Astros had a rough week this past week, and so they decided, let's fire somebody. So they fired their general manager, Dana Brown, which is weird to fire a GM of a first place team.
They're not first place anymore.
Oh, they're not first place anymore. Okay, I'm sorry.
They were.
Hey,
them and the Rangers flip flop after that.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. But you don't be surprised because
By the time you listen to this, they probably will be first place.
Yeah. They fired their other GM. I think the year after they won the World Series, so that's not surprising. They also informed Joe Espada, their head coach, that he will not be returning for 2027, which probably nobody is. So yeah, whatever. All right. The other thing I want to talk about is something fun. Is the Little League World Series Classic. I watched pretty much that whole game. Really cool coverage. I thought it was really neat because the players, when they were disembarking off the plane on the tarmac, they actually had kids and everything there to welcome them off the plane. Yeah. Then they rode the bus with them. They just had a good old time. Then they had a Little League Baseball Classic with the kids in the stands. I love that. I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and on a little bit of a sad note, I know for ESPN, the guy that was calling play-by-play, Carl Ravitch, he's actually not going to be returning. After this was his
part of the layoffs.
Part of the layoffs. This is his final duty for ESPN. He said he'd finish out his summer schedule. Yeah. But he's been with ESPN, I believe, for 33 years now.
So Carl Ravitch, we didn't tell you guys. So starting next week, no, I'm kidding. But Carl Ravitch, if you're listening, you want
I can make sure he listens.
Yeah.
I have connections.
Yeah. If you want to go ahead and jump in here. Carl Ravitch is when you hear him, you think baseball.
Yeah. He's definitely one of the top familiar voices of baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so it was pretty cool to see. Why am I blanking? I can't think. I'm only thinking Carl Ravitch. The Brewers pitcher,
Jacob
Mizrowski. All the kids swarming him.
Yeah, I know. I saw one of the kids was saying how he talked to him, and he was like, "If I could just get one piece of advice from Jacob Mizrowski, best pitcher on the plane right now, you're gonna ask for this," and he just said, "Throw it fast down the middle," which is honestly terrible advice to a 12-year-old kid.
So this kid does that, but it's 57.
Yeah.
It's as fast as he can throw it.
Well, just think that the 57 from 40-some feet or whatever, it's really 72.
Yeah.
And when the Japanese kid that's been playing baseball since he could hold a bat hits it 400 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but so that was fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. It's always fun, when you saw the Field of Dreams game, you see that it's the switch up from the 162, so something. I think Major League Baseball does a good job trying to make unique experiences. Last year, I know they did the Bristol Motor Speedway one. So,
You know who else wanted to switch up from the 162? Ketel Marte.
Yeah, my man.
He said, let me try
Gamble, yeah, right. So he skipped the game. Well, there's a lot going on with Ketel Marte, so much so that we're not going to get into all of it. But he was supposed to be at a game the other day, I believe it.
Well, he was on the IL, and you're not required to show up, but it's kind of a bad look.
Yeah,
that during the game you're out gambling in a casino.
Yeah, but the main reason he's on the IL is because he just didn't show up to one of his games. He was in the lineup card 10 minutes before the game. They had to switch it because he just didn't come to the ballpark. Yeah. Ketel Marte, he's getting to the spot where he might be known in 15 years from now as what he could have been, because you can't just not show up because you say, well, maybe it's just a Diamondbacks thing. No, this is a person. Like, so
Because this has been, I think, now the third year in a row that he's had this issue.
yeah. So who's going to sign you to a massive contract?
Yeah.
When that's happening. But yeah, a lot going on there, and you feel bad for the Diamondbacks manager who has to answer questions about things that he has no control over.
Yeah.
This
is the Diamondbacks team that's trying to fight for a playoff spot right now.
Yeah.
Right now they're the first team out of the NL wild card.
Yeah. Also, if if you're watching this, it kind of looks funny because I'm wearing the emoji shirt, but the shirt looks like I have people like peeking out over time. I just realized that. Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, remember this? This is when all the people. Yeah, God's sakes. Yeah, the giveaway shirts used to be legendary back in the day. Moving on, staying on topic. All right. I have a question for you, really quick, because I'm trying to get through this segment as quickly as I can. But I want your opinion. How do you feel about position players pitching? It happened a few times last week.
I feel like it happens a lot now, and that's even with the new rules of you can only do it in certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
But I also understand it because if you're a team, you don't want to waste a pitcher on a game that you're not going to win. It's like, I understand it to a certain point, but I wish, honestly, we had more pitchers, position player pitchers, go out there and be like Chris Davis.
Like pitch.
Or go through like 90 miles an hour.
Like actually pitch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should, for me, in my opinion, so what's going to end up happening is the same thing that happened with pitchers batting. So it got to the point where pitchers would get up to bat and they just would sit there and just not move. Like they wouldn't swing or nothing. So Major League Baseball said, well, this is bad for the game. Like, this is not a good product on the field. So they stopped it. Well, now all the position players, when they come in, analytics say, well, if you throw the ball 30 miles an hour, there's less of a chance that they hit a missile off of you. So what do? They're literally playing slow pitch softball, lobbing. Yeah,
it's like they're I don't even know.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
I don't understand it too, because now more than ever there's more two-way players in college, not in the professionals, but in college. Like take Jack Caglianone on the Royals. I mean, he was a two-way player. He pitched for Florida.
Right.
Why not throw him up on the mound, take him out of the outfield for an inning if you don't want to have your find a guy like that. I'm sure, like say the Orioles, I'm sure Pete Alonso would love to go up there and just throw 85 miles an hour.
Right.
I don't know. Or even like get someone who's got a little too much free time and just teach him a knuckleball and just have him come in and throw knuckleball. Because at least a knuckleball is more interesting than
I just think I mean, we still talk about the Chris Davis thing, and that was such a fun thing to watch. Like if you could have a position player come in and make it enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
You know, because the other day with the Seattle Mariners, where they had a position player pitch in and pop up with 1 out to Julio Rodriguez in center field, and he throws it into the stands for 2 outs. And then everybody's like, oh my gosh, he forgot how many outs. You know why he forgot how many outs? They're throwing slow pitch fastballs.
The game was not on his mind anymore.
Who cares? You throw every time, even if that's the first out, you might as well just throw it in the stands. You know why? Who cares? You know, so it's either Major League Baseball, they're either going to do that or they're going to do something that nobody wants, and they're going to have to start doing some type of run rule where after a certain amount of runs it's done, which that would be I'd hate that. But anyway, super frustrating. I had to talk about it because it's just frustrating. The Padres, everybody, I just want to, if you have a professional baseball team that you want to sell, this is a good time, because the Padres just sold for $3.9 billion. So yeah, that's a little bit of money, right?
Yeah, so it definitely is. Their new owners, Kwanzaa Jones and Jose Feliciano, they're obviously they got some money.
They do. $3.9 billion. I wonder what the interest rate on that is. You know, like when you're writing that check.
More than we will ever see in our lives.
Yeah, you think it's more than my mortgage?
I would have
it's a little bit.
Yeah. Unless, look, I like your house, but I don't think it's that expensive.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here if it was, probably.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, the Padres just got sold, and I mean, I guess they'll have a whole year to do any type of renovations they want, because next year it's gonna be a tough year for them. Now a couple Orioles things. Something that I truly don't care about anymore, but a lot of people do. The Orioles are now ranked 3rd in the farm system in Major League Baseball, which you're like, okay, and that's good for rebuilding. But guess who's number 1? Can you guess?
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers. Yeah. The Dodgers are number 1. Yeah, the team that buys everybody and trades everybody are still smart enough where they can keep their farm system one of the best ranked
Yeah.
in the league, and they draft last every year, so that's pretty impressive. And then Albert Suarez, who was sent down to AAA, said nope, and he elected free agency. Good for you, dude. Like, yeah, I
Go just kill it for the Rockies or something.
Well, I think if you're a team on the bubble and you need
a long
reliever,
why not?
He's your guy. Like,
if you don't want to have a position player pitch.
Yeah,
well, Albert Suarez is the guy.
Yeah, I know exactly a team that's going to take him, and he's going to just crush it because we just got done playing them, and I feel like everybody on their team is an Oriole, and that is the Tampa Bay Rays.
All right, Tampa Bay Orioles.
Oh, the Tampa Bay.
At this point,
like my gosh.
When you got Jorge Mateo, Cedric Mullins, Tyler Wells, Brian Baker,
it's just like you just look at it.
It's getting to one like, okay, guys.
Yeah, it's like,
come on now.
God's sakes, man.
So we know we made you mad when we beat you up in 2023 and won the division instead of you, but that doesn't mean take all our guys.
It took everybody.
So actually, it's kind of funny because they're not doing that well with it. Brian Baker's the only one that's doing good.
He is, yeah, and he was hyped the other day. So when he beat us, so
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's
understandable.
Anyway, Elijah has some positive things he wants to talk about from one of our best players.
Yeah, I want to talk about Pete Alonso because a lot of the season's obviously not gone right, but we just paid Pete Alonso a mess of money.
Yeah,
at the beginning of this season, and he's crushing it right now. And this is kind of what I want to start out and say. Pete Alonso is not going to win the MVP award, right? And he's not going to be second in the MVP award. Clearly, Yordan Alvarez, barring he strikes out every at bat for the rest of the season, he's going to win the MVP.
Right.
It's pretty simple. But don't be surprised when Pete Alonso's fourth or fifth, maybe sixth, but that's pushing it. I think he's going to end up somewhere in that third to sixth range.
Yeah.
Especially if he keeps up what he's been doing. I mean, he is killing it. Currently this season, in the American League, he's 7th in OPS, 6th in slug, 2nd in RBIs, 4th in home runs, 7th in runs. He's played every single game for the Orioles and will play every game for the rest of the season unless he gets hurt. He's had the most at-bats in the American League. He's got the most total bases in the American League. And he's 7th in outs above average at first place, among first basemen. So he's not the best defender in the league, but he's very competent over there. And since the All-Star break, he's 2nd in OPS and 3rd in WAR. And he's been killing it. If you were to take out his first month and a half, without a shadow of a doubt, he's probably runner-up for MVP.
That's crazy.
He has been killing it this season. You say that, oh, well, how much has he been killing it recently? Well, over the past 15 days, he's batting a 447, 500 OBP, 787 slug. That's a 1.287 OPS. Got 5 home runs, 10 RBIs, 21 hits in 12 games.
That's crazy. Yeah, when I'm looking at it, it's insane when you're hitting the sort button with all the statistics throughout the Baltimore Orioles. So you go to runs, and he's leading in runs. You go to hits, he's leading in hits. This is all on the team, by the way. You go into doubles, he's leading in doubles. He's not leading in triples, right?
He's not too speedy.
That's okay. And, yeah, he's leading in home runs. He's leading in RBIs. Just absolutely doing exactly what you hoped he would have done. The only issue I have when I look at the stats, throughout the season, is he is just far and above better than everybody else. Yeah, like it's, you would hope that like Gunnar or whoever could kind of catch up and just not be so far behind him.
Yeah,
and everything, but it kind of shows the difference between a pro, right, and then guys that are working to get to that spot. Like that polished pro, I guess is a better way to say it.
And I just can't even imagine the impact that he's had on the clubhouse this season. I would zero hesitancy for me to say that without Pete Alonso, we have 10 more losses this year, and the clubhouse is completely crumbled. I don't think the clubhouse survives an Adley Rutschman trade if Pete Alonso's not in there.
Yeah, I agree. There's a cool video too from the other day with him and Dylan Beavers. I guess Beavers was going through a struggle, and now Beavers is hot right now. But he was where him and Dylan Beavers are kind of talking. And then there's another video about him and Gunnar Henderson kind of going through at-bats and the approach of the at-bat. And I'm like, man, this is what I think we were saying too, and especially last year, with what the Orioles were missing on the pitching side.
Yeah.
So that veteran that can be a leader, help the younger guys. You remember a couple years ago when you had Corbin Burns there. Just a veteran, and then you had Eflin, who, this is guys to help those younger guys. This is veterans to help those younger guys. That's what our pitching staff has been missing. That's what our lineup has been missing, really helping out a lot, which is one of the main reasons, like you said, to just keep us in the hunt, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
I mean, it's just he's the reason that you have contracts like that. Yeah. I'm sure the Mets are wishing they had a guy just like Pete Alonso there. And imagine, like, when we signed Pete Alonso, we weren't thinking that I wasn't even knowing. I didn't know Pete Alonso was even on the radar for us to sign.
Yeah.
And if we had gone the offseason and he got signed by the Mets or some other team that's getting him, I would have been like, okay, yeah, cool. Doesn't hurt. And I don't think going into the offseason last year, we had the thought that we needed a big star batter.
Not bad.
But it just shows how much value he does provide to a team that maybe didn't even know that they needed someone like him.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely thought that last year was a fluke and that our batter, like Gunnar, would step up.
Westberg
would be, yeah.
be on
Cowser would be, But we definitely need it. You know what I mean? If anything,
we could use like 2 more.
Yeah, if anything, we definitely thought Ward would be a better hitter than he was. Good on base, but not what we were needing.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think it's nice to know we have Alonso for a few years now. And hopefully, he can continue to help out. But like I said, he's really helping us even stay on the path to the wild card.
Yeah, and that path to the wild card it's something, isn't it?
It's a narrow bridge.
It's a very narrow bridge, and there's a couple people in front of us on said bridge that we're gonna have to really overcome.
The whole MLB.
The American League.
The whole American League. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, the whole American League.
No, so I mean, right now, there are 17 teams fighting for the last spot, it feels like at times.
I don't think I've ever seen it like this before.
Well, the funny part is everyone's below 500 too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, right now you have the Rangers and Astros are still fighting it out for the West. But obviously only one of them can win it. So one of them is most likely going to be fighting for a wild card spot. I hope one of them really just like falls off completely and gets knocked out, but probably not. So let's just assume the Rangers win the West. That means that you have fighting for the last spot in the wild card the Guardians, the Astros, the Twins, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, and the Mariners, and maybe the Tigers if they have a couple good weeks.
Yeah.
That's all but 3 teams in the American League. That's not the playoff spot.
That's insane.
So with all of those teams fighting together, obviously a lot has to happen. Because for the Orioles right now, you're struggling against good teams. Sometimes it feels like you get your butt kicked by the Yankees. But then you go in, if we could play the Rays every day, we'd be the best team in baseball.
Absolutely.
So we just really need to come out and fight strong against these teams who have really easy schedules. Say the Blue Jays, they're half a game ahead of us. And the Blue Jays don't play another team above 500 for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Unless we get above 500 by the time we play them.
Right.
Like that's the only, they're super easy schedule. The Twins and the Astros both have lighter schedules too. And the Guardians are looking really hot right now. But I have some good news.
What's your good?
We have reinforcements maybe coming.
Yeah.
They don't get hurt again.
Yeah, for real. My biggest thing is if I were to tell you, okay, in August, but I don't know if you remember this, but used to there was a waiver deadline trade period where you could place people on waivers and then look at trades. So it was like another trade deadline back in the day, which is gone. But anyway, it kind of feels like that where we could possibly get a really good utility bat. We could get we get 2 really good closers. Right for the last half of September. You would take that all day. And that's what the Orioles look like it's coming to. Blaze Alexander is beginning rehab assignments. Felix Bautista had his first rehab assignment. Didn't go great, but I think he threw 1 inning, so it's okay. Not even an inning, but he threw a few batters. But that is his first time pitching in like a year. So a year and a half.
Over a year.
Yeah, so, and Ryan Helsley is coming back. So, yeah, so can you imagine if you could get a piece of Felix Bautista and just throw him as a setup for the rest of the year and put Ryan Helsley, if he can be half of what he can be at the closer position, and that way we can just, man.
And there is another potential pitcher that we could have down the stretch. The Orioles number 7 prospect, Luis De Leon. He's actually he is a starting pitcher, but they're currently working him to get towards a reliever to try to help the Orioles down the stretch.
We just need to get Rico from out of the 9th inning because Rico just
7th inning with no runners on.
Yeah, because if Rico comes in with runners on in anything, he will always every single time give up the home run.
Yeah.
every time. Rico Garcia, you've had a great year, just not in the ninth inning. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Anyway, my man gives up some home runs. I've never seen it.
And this is so looking forward to our schedule. Orioles have their series against the Cardinals that they're playing in beginning of this week, and then they're at St. Louis, then they'll go to the A's, and then to Colorado to play the Rockies. In my opinion, we play 9 games against those 3 teams. If we do anything other than win at least 6 of 9 there, I think our season's done for, because we have a gauntlet of a September. We go Red Sox, Guardians, Blue Jays, Mets, who are easiest games, then Brewers, Blue Jays, and then our final series of the year against the Yankees.
Yeah.
So many of those series can really dictate a lot, because you look at it, if something happens to the Red Sox and they don't win a single game for the next 2 weeks, they'll be back fighting with everybody for a spot. So that could be an important series against them. Then you got the Guardians, who are ahead of us in the wild card, the Blue Jays ahead of us in the wild card. Then you have the Mets, who we need to execute games, the Brewers, who are looking like the best team in baseball right now. And then, again, the Blue Jays ahead of us. And then, look, if we get swept by the Yankees to end the year out, that's going to be awful. Whether we're in a playoff spot or not. That's just, no one wants to lose to the Yankees.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rough end of the season for the Orioles, which is why I think they really need to gain momentum here and try to fight through the easiest of the schedule.
Yeah, you just always hate finishing I feel like we always finish the year with the Yankees. I don't know why, but I know last year was the Twins, but
I feel like we always start with the Twins too.
Oh yeah, we play Yankees and Twins. Excuse me.
That old couple that used to do the schedule for MLB, they really like putting us against the Yankees at the end, I guess.
Right. Yeah, so I guess we'll just see. Hopefully the Orioles can step up with that remaining schedule. But Elijah, you got some keys to success. I want to hear yours first. I'll go after you.
So I originally was thinking this is just going to be a one thing, and then I just kind of started thinking. But I really think the pitching needs to stay consistent. I don't think our pitchers need to do too much more than what they're doing right now, just as long as they don't get worse. Because if you look at the past couple weeks, they've really looked good. And even like we got swept by the Yankees, but we gave up 3 runs to the Yankees, 5 runs to the Yankees, 6 runs to the Yankees. Mm-hmm. If you give up 4 or 5 runs a night and our offense can be as good as it can, that shouldn't be too much of a worry. Obviously, you don't want to, but we haven't given up more than 7 runs since August 10th, over 2 weeks now. That's really important for us to keep really having our pitchers execute, but the run support really needs to be there with it. And I really just need Gunnar Henderson to stay hot. Obviously, we talked about Pete Alonso, but Gunnar Henderson's really turned it on this past 3-week stretch now. Over the past 15 days, Gunnar, he's batting a .311, has a .937 OPS and 14 hits. He's been the second best player on the team behind Alonso the past couple weeks. He's really been struggling. If he can find himself back, he can salvage this season. And if you have Gunnar Henderson being Gunnar Henderson next to an MVP caliber Pete Alonso, I mean that's what you need to make the playoffs.
Yeah. I need the stars to play like stars. Like that's my thing. Pete Alonso's obviously crushing it. We need that to continue. I mean, I need Gunnar Henderson to step up. The past 30 days, he's batting a .218. So I mean, I guess
we nitpick stats. I guess I go 15 days, you go 30.
I know, I'm going 30. So but that's what I need. So I need Pete Alonso to step up. Dylan Beavers is doing much better. Cowser's doing much better. And I was thinking about this the other day. We've talked about this in the past, where the Orioles seem to always find one guy that overachieves. Normally, it's on the pitching side. Mm-hmm. This year, it's Christian Encarnacion Strand. My man is one of the top hitters on our team right now. It seems like every time he comes up in a big situation, he does well. I mean, he's second in RBIs in the last month, so that's pretty awesome. 13 RBIs, right behind Pete Alonso's 18. But just one of those things where I need our pitchers to, I need Baz to. Well, Baz is pitching well. I'm not gonna get on him. Baz just nobody scores runs for him. I need Trevor Rogers to stay hot. I need Kyle Bradish to get that ERA down. And yeah, it's one of those things where if the big guys, when I'm saying big guys, if Alonso, if Gunnar, if Jackson, if they can come on, man, help us out here, because Tyler O'Neill is pulling way more weight than he's pulled since he's been in an Oriole uniform. Cody Mayo is doing way more than he's done. Christian
Encarnacion.
Yeah, Strand is doing way more. You got these guys that you didn't expect to do anything who is helping the team. Meanwhile, the other day when the Orioles on Sunday, last Sunday when the Orioles were playing the Rays, in the last inning you had Manholland, we're down by 2, and Gunnar comes up, and I'm like, well, that's the game. Like you know he's gonna strike out, ground out. That's what he's gonna do, and he ground out at second base. It's just the hope when he comes up to bat, to me, is gone for me. But you know what? He's good enough where I feel like he can come back. That being said, Kyle Bradish, we need you, dude. Like, I know you signed that big contract. Well, let's go. So you haven't won a game since you signed a contract.
That's not entirely on him.
Okay.
And you know what? Here we'll go into that conversation now.
So he's pitched 25 innings and he's given up 13 runs out of 25 innings.
Is that what in the past 30 days?
Yeah. It's just like, come on, man.
Yeah, he's definitely been struggling, but a lot of our pitching struggles, some of it you can't even blame on the pitchers, because you talk about Baz, Brandon Young's really suffered this same thing. Is that you almost feel for them because we don't score runs when they pitch.
Yeah, and that's what we thought was really going to be a big difference between this year and last year. We really thought that hitters were going to kind of step up and get us through that. And, like I said, Alonso's doing everything he could possibly do. But it's just a frustrating aspect of it. But, I mean, like, that's the problem I have with this year is, like, you get that hope because you see in some games what we could be, we could be, and then you just see where we could score 9 runs or we could be no hit.
Yeah,
like you're just waiting to see,
which Orioles team,
right? Because I also think we're not the same Orioles team that we were in April, where we were getting beat by 17.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like our pitchers have, we've gotten past that hope. But I don't feel like that. I feel like our pitching staff normally gives up less than 6. Yeah. Like we usually, if you score 6 in a game, we should win that game. But you're right. The lack of run support for Orioles pitcher, I mean, it's a legit concern.
I mean, think about it this way: is if we look at this is only quality starts too. So quality starts. Obviously, I think the Orioles pitchers might not hit that quality start with a lot of their starts, but are still somewhere around there. Trevor Rogers, 12 quality starts. Kyle Bradish, 12 quality starts.
On the year, right?
On the year. And Shane Baz, 11 quality starts.
Mm-hmm.
We barely win when they get quality starts. Do you want to know how many wins Shane Baz has on the season? Which I understand I've been known to say that wins are an arbitrary stat that don't mean anything for pitchers. They don't. This is not to dictate that Shane Baz is a bad pitcher because he only has 4 wins on the season.
4-14. That's crazy.
But when
that's going to be a terrible baseball card.
He has more losses than he does quality starts. And you would say, man, he must be an awful... No, he's 11 quality starts.
That's terrible.
Like, you should not... And I understand he's had some blow-up games and he's had some bad ones. But if you're getting the ball at the 6th or 7th inning and giving up 2, 3, 4... Like, even if you're giving up 4 runs at 7 innings, the team's got to be able to help you out a little better. Kyle Bradish only has 7 wins. And the closest is Trevor Rogers. He's got 9 wins. But if you look at it, some of the best pitchers in baseball, they get the run support.
Yeah.
Christopher Sanchez, he's got 18 quality starts, but he's got 16 wins.
That's crazy. Brandon Young's 9-3.
Yeah,
that's
he gets the most run support of anyone.
Yeah. He's been a surprise because at the beginning of the year, I really didn't have any faith.
He's got 10 quality starts.
Yeah, I didn't have any faith. Yeah. So I get it.
Takayuki Sagana's got 7. Think how helpful he could be for the Orioles.
In Colorado.
In Colorado, that's honestly impressive. That's fairly impressive to think about. I don't know. I just think that the concept of him going to Colorado was always the funniest thing. And he's not giving up the most home runs in baseball this year, so it's...
Who's giving up the most home runs?
Aaron Nola.
Wow.
Yeah, he's actually trying to find him on this is complete off top. I can't even find him on the top home run leaderboard.
Who? Oh,
Sagana.
Yeah. Wow.
Good for him.
He's completely off topic.
Never mind. Sorry, he's 6. He's tied for 6. He's given up 26 home runs. He's not giving up the most home runs. Though I mean, there's plenty of people: Jameson Tyone, Miles Michaelis, Shota Managa, Zach Little, Jeffrey Springs. Wow. So I mean, it's not the worst.
Yeah.
And yet again, Colorado adds like 7.
Yeah.
So really, he's giving up like 19.
For real. Yeah, that's impressive. Good for him.
Which you want to know who's giving up 19? people like Justin Robleski, who's like an all-star. So really, okay, that's what the whole point of this podcast was, is Tomoyuki Sagata is an all-star.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Okay, I guess back to the Orioles.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about this next segment.
Okay, so I was looking back at some of our old notes, and I found what we predicted for, I think it was after like the first week of the season or right before the season started, of who was going to win awards. Your MVP, your Cy Youngs, your Rookie of the Years, Manager of the Year. And then we also predicted our American League East out, which I can guarantee you we are wrong on 98% of stuff, which just goes to show what we know.
Yeah.
So, Cody, who did you predict to win AL MVP? Do you remember?
AL MVP was, I can't remember his name again, the Red Sox outfielder.
Roman Anthony.
Roman
Anthony's had 109 at-bats this season. He's not going to do it.
I got so hyped up watching World Baseball Classic. He was just crushing, and I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was
wrong.
And
I was also wrong. Not as wrong as you were.
Okay.
So I picked...
I think wrong is wrong, right?
I picked Nick Kurtz.
Okay.
And Nick Kurtz, I mean, he's got 879 OPS, 141 OPS plus. He's had a similar season to Pete Alonso.
Okay.
So I think that's close enough to win for me. He'll be top 10 in MVP finish.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I think you're just trying to prove me wrong, so that's fine.
It's still wrong. Trust me. Okay. Now, who do you think is going to win the American League MVP?
Let me see. Let me pull this up. The American League, I think. Okay, who I think is going to win? Who I think should win? I think Yordan probably wins, but Junior Caminero, I think if he played it for New York, he would win.
Why? Okay, and why do you say that? What stats is he better?
Oh, that doesn't matter. You didn't know.
Stats matter.
No, you didn't know, because last year it apparently didn't matter. Because what's his name, the catcher for the Mariners, had way better stats than Judge.
He had more home runs. His other stats.
Yeah, I mean, and he played the most difficult position in all of baseball.
That's true.
And stats don't matter. So know that.
See,
so because if that is, apparently a DH is probably going to win an MVP where you literally sit on the bench for half the game while the guy playing second to third most difficult position on the field, which is third base.
Okay.
It will not win it.
So here's what I just said.
And he's pretty much carrying his team into the playoffs.
Yordan Alvarez would be the reason that the Astros make it to the playoffs. He has a 1.049 OPS.
Okay, so take everybody off the field, and both teams are going to play each other. Both get it like the Bananas do. Both have a pitcher. Both have a position player. Rays have any pitcher you want, and Caminero. The Astros have any pitcher you want, and Alvarez. You know who scores? The guy playing this, because Alvarez is sitting on the bench because he doesn't play the field. Did you know that? Yeah. So that's the difference. Okay.
It's also not true. Alvarez hits 10 less strikeouts. So Cameron.
I'm not talking about strikeouts. I'm talking about defense.
No, I think
baseball is a two-part sport.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's hard because you brought up last year with the Kyle Raleigh, Aaron Judge. Now I thought Raleigh should have won because he was a catcher, but at the same time you couldn't have argued that Aaron Judge was the best offensive player in baseball last year by a wide margin. Right? Is that a crazy statement to make?
It's not a crazy statement.
Okay. So it really just comes down to what is the MVP award? Is it just the best player, or is it someone that's actually the most valuable? I think we've gone away from it being the most valuable to their team. Because if it's the most valuable to their team, honestly, Wilson Contreras is the MVP then.
I think it should be. Yeah, I don't know.
If we're just going strictly just best player, without a shadow of a doubt, it's Yordan Alvarez. The Astros have probably 12 less wins if Alvarez isn't on their team. Do you want to know who has the highest batting average in all of baseball?
I know who has this.
Alvarez. Do you want to know who has the second highest average, though? It's Chandler Simpson.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't
it? And he's a Ray. You want to know who has the second best average? Yandy Diaz. They're both Rays. That's why the Rays aren't just Junior Caminero. So name one other player that's having a good season on the Astros.
If you're just doing that, then who's more stolen bases? Caminero. Then Alvarez.
Oh,
that's what you know. You're pinning them against each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
let's move on.
It's gonna be those two. Alvarez is gonna win it, And actually, who knows? Ben Rice, for the Yankees,
that's true.
Ben Rice might win.
Well, it's easy catcher.
So yeah, so who knows? But yeah, I do like Yordan Alvarez a lot, but I like Yordan and Junior Caminero. I think you're right though. I think Yordan probably is going to win it. Mainly because he has the track record behind him too. It seems like that means a lot to the voters.
Yeah,
very seldom do you have.
Let's be honest, Junior Caminero probably will win an MVP at some point.
Oh, I'm sure. Especially when he doesn't play on the Rays anymore. He's going to play for
when he's on
the Dodgers.
Yeah. Okay, NL MVP. We both we actually did predict someone different. Yours is probably going to be right. Mine's not. I picked Juan Soto, which isn't
that's not terrible.
Crazy because Juan Soto. I mean, he's still having a very good year.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's good coming out of.
Who did I pick?
You picked Ohtani.
Oh, I went
very straight. You really.
Yeah, because I know the voters, and Ohtani could play for 5 games in the whole season, and my God, he would get it. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, Ohtani's legit. Okay, here's my problem. All right. So Ohtani is different, in my opinion, than in other sports. So in other sports, I'm gonna make waves here. You ready?
Okay, make waves.
So like ESPN, they love LeBron. LeBron can be the worst player in the league. He's not the best player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at one point he was. I'm not gonna lie. At one point, but the media still likes to make him, make a big deal and act like he's still the best player in the league. Meanwhile, the media likes to make Ohtani the best player in the league. But guess what? He is the best player in the league. He's one of the best players in all of Major League Baseball. And you know what else? Is unlike in NFL and the NBA, you know who isn't saying anything? Ohtani doesn't say that. And he does speak English, so don't even. But that's not what I'm saying either. Like, what I'm saying is the loudest voice of complaining, of making excuses in other leagues is their superstars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You hear them when they don't get their way. You hear them. Ohtani literally is the most respectful person. The only reason you get annoyed with him is because the media just talks about him all the time.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Ohtani at all.
Yeah.
Like, because if you're looking at, like, if you have a son right now and you want him to portray himself in a certain manner, be like Ohtani. Ohtani picks up his trash before he leaves the dugout. He's the best player on the team. He makes sure the dugout looks fine. He's it's like you just don't see that anywhere else.
Yeah.
No, not that it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But you don't see it.
And I think it's a clear 2-horse race for the like Ohtani and PCA.
Oh man, and that's cool.
I'm really intrigued to see who ends up winning.
Yeah.
If it stays the same way for the rest of the season, because Ohtani has a better bat.
Yeah.
And obviously he pitches better than PCA. But PCA is the best defender in baseball.
Yeah.
I think Ohtani's going to win just because his name Shohei Ohtani plays on the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Back-to-back World Series wins and stuff.
Back to back.
I would love to see like, say James Wood right now.
Yeah.
Or say there was just someone else that wasn't named Shohei Ohtani on the Dodgers, and you give him his same stats, and then he also pitches, which obviously you can't even really comprehend that. But just take it away from the concept that is Ohtani.
Yeah.
Does he still have the same power with it? Obviously, not taking away the great season that he's had.
Yeah. Say, I was saying about you have your kid watch. So your kid can watch Pete Armstrong play, but
Don't watch anything unless he's near the fence.
Nothing else.
The audio should be off.
Yeah, but now Pete Armstrong's good for the game of baseball.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say.
He's fun to watch.
A lot of energy. He reminds me a lot of Tatis when Tatis was coming up. Just fun to watch. Kind of flair.
If he's like Tatis, then
just
next year, the year after would be.
Don't put anything in your hair.
There's no ringworm.
No, but yeah, I mean, we got some fun things in the National League.
And then, we'll move on to Cy Young for the American League. We both said the same person.
Okay.
And it's kind of unfortunate because he's not even in the American League anymore. Both said Skubal, which I don't think Skubal would have ended up winning it this year anyway. I honestly don't know who's going to win the American League Cy Young. It's going to be a toss-up between Cease and Schlittler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It really, how much does baseball value the Yankees? That's really what it comes down to. And I don't want either one to win, honestly, because because it's the Yankees or the Blue Jays, and kind of both stink. But it's probably gonna end up being Schlittler, if I had to imagine.
Yeah,
Got a better ERA, lower WHIP. The only thing Cease really has him on is strikeouts. Cease has 209 strikeouts. The Schlittler's 193. But it depends. All it takes is for one of them to have a bad start.
I tell you, when I'm going through this, it's just insane how Sonny Gray, his year, 16-3, 2.79 ERA.
He started off rough too.
That's crazy. I mean, just when they made that signing, like if you would have told me when they signed him and then when they signed what's his name from the Phillies,
oh my God, why can't I think of his name?
But which one would be a better signing? You would never have thought Sonny Gray, because Sonny Gray, I believe, I'm not trying to be rude. I think most of us thought his career was done. You know what I mean? Like 16. I mean, if poor Sonny Gray, if this was 2001, wins the Cy Young, because wins and losses meant everything. Man, and he got Cam Schlittler is probably going to be the winner there, in my opinion. It just stinks because you look at some of those guys like that really should be up there. Brian Wu. I really wish Trevor Rogers Trevor Rogers one bad month really just hurt him.
Yeah.
But Logan Gilbert I thought would be a little higher. But all right, moving on to National League.
National League, you said, you remember? You're really on the Dodgers. You said Yamamoto.
Oh yeah,
I said
because Yamamoto crushed the entire world.
Yeah, and then I said Paul Skeens, and I guess I jinxed him.
Gosh. Yeah.
So he is not going to win it this year. Not a great year for Skeens per his standards.
Yeah, I just have a hard time thinking that. Okay, are they going to go fan favorite or are they going to go MLB like the best pitcher? Because I think fan favorite Jacob Mizrowski wins.
I think he's also just the best pitcher.
But it is okay. Hold on. Are you going off of stats or are you going off of like visual cues? Because Christopher Sanchez is a better pitcher this year.
Christopher Sanchez has one run higher of an ERA.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So how is that?
So,
does he look like a better pitcher? There's no shot he looks like a better pitcher. It's. Have you seen any video of Jacob Mizrowski pitching?
You know what?
Were you looking at the past 30 days?
My bad. Okay, my bad. Okay, no, you're right.
Because Jacob,
I'm looking at this. I'm like,
ERA. Yeah. Christopher Sanchez 2.62.
Man, I just Jacob Mizrowski might break.
He's got 216 strikeouts already.
His records. He's just gonna break. I mean,
his elbow doesn't fall apart.
Yeah, I just he is so much fun to watch. He is like the modern day. Like, don't get me wrong, I know Randy Johnson didn't throw this hard, but he's like the modern day fun you know what I mean? Just man, he's fun. Or Tim Lincecum when he was coming through, and he's like a good dude. My man's playing Pokemon with kids at Lily World Series and stuff.
It is crazy that Eduardo Rodriguez is the third lowest ERA.
God, I'm glad we don't have it. Oh, we had to make that trade though back then.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been. You would not be still pitching in MLB if he was on the.
Yeah, no.
No, but there's some interesting names at the top of the leaderboard. I mean, you got Keith Cavalli 7th, Robbie Ray's 9th. You got Chase Burns, he's another fun one to watch on the Reds. But yeah, I think it's going to be Mizrowski.
Yeah, I think so too.
Chris Sale.
Yeah.
I want to say he'd be second, but I feel like because everyone's voting for Mizrowski to be first.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just going to throw in Yamamoto at second because he's the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think, in all seriousness, though, I think it's going to come down to Sanchez, Mizrowski. I think that's who you're in between. And, it could come. They should have 3 or 4 more starts for the season. And I'm looking at ERA. I don't know.
You weren't looking at ERA.
But listen, though. So I think that's who it comes down to. Okay, because it could come down to the final month of the season.
So why is Chris Sale not in that conversation for you?
I just don't. I don't think he's in the conversation. I don't.
He's got the second best ERA.
It doesn't. I don't. ERA. I don't.
He's got. Look at the strikeouts.
I just don't think so. I know. I just don't think he's going to be in that. Yep. Okay. You guys. But you know what? For my saying, I think Yamamoto still wins it because that's what I had on there.
Okay.
That's what I have on there. I'm going to go back and I'll say Yamamoto wins it.
Now, AL Rookie of the Year. We were definitely both off here.
Okay. Who does that?
You said Trey Savage. And I said Dylan Beavers. So that was a little rough on our part.
Okay.
I definitely think it's going to be Kevin McGowan.
Dude, he's a stud.
He's crushing it.
Dude,
I think it's really, I honestly, it kind of sucks. There are a lot of good rookies this year, and
I
know.
enjoy
'cause
watching.
I want Munetake Murakami to win it too.
Yeah.
There's Murakami, and then even like Parker Messick's having a great season.
Murakami is 29. That's crazy.
Murakami has a higher OPS this year than Pete Alonso.
Wow.
He's got Murakami has. I'm looking at National League right now.
Here's something crazy. If Sammy Basayo was on the 20, what year are we? On the 2025 Orioles, he would be tied for most home runs on the team. 17. That's what we finished as. Gunnar, Westberg, and was it Holiday? All finished last year with 17 home runs.
Look at that.
Man.
But yeah, Murakami, he's killing it this year. But Kevin Magano.
Look at the Japanese players coming over and leading in home runs and rookies.
Yeah. I think it's between Murakami. And I think if Murakami, if he finishes out the rest of the season pretty good here, I think he has a good chance.
So do they only go off of home runs then?
I'm not saying off of home runs. I'm just saying
because like
he's got a.
Because like if so,
his batting average is really the
this is what ticks me off though. Is so with the regular MVP, we look at all the stats and that's not you. I'm talking about voters. Like
yeah, I was more thinking of it as
McGonagall is just. I mean, defensive magician.
Defensive is that's why I think he's gonna win it.
Yeah.
Is because of how valuable he is defensively. On top of his.
But that's why you think what's his name wins MVP. Is
Yordan Alvarez has a 320 bat. Yordan Alvarez is batting 320 and Munetake Murakami's batting 220.
Oh, I don't think Murakami's.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was weird comparing those.
All right,
you're just trying to get me into a fight.
I haven't been here a while. I got a lot going on.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, NL Rookie of the Year. We both ended up saying Nolan McLean, and I think he might end up coming in third, maybe. But I think it's going to be either Sal Stewart or JJ Weatherholt. Now, I want to see what's your take on those two. Who do you think's going to win between
Sal Stewart or JJ Weatherholt? I think JJ Weatherholt's a better player. That's not true. Sal Stewart's a stud. Oh man, that's hard.
You know,
Sal Stewart's had a great. Yeah, I'll say Sal Stewart. I will say Sal Stewart.
Do you know who leads baseball in RBIs?
Sal Stewart.
Sal Stewart.
He's
a rookie that leads baseball in RBIs.
And he's so dangerous that pitchers started throwing at him, like just to get him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's gonna have 100 RBIs this year, dude, crushing it.
Well over. Okay. He's at 98 right now.
Unless he has a horrible month, he's winning it.
Yeah. And that's it. Really sucks for him. JJ Weatherholt's been really good.
Great year. Yeah, him, Carson Bench. Yeah, man, even Kisa, the guy for the Pirates, Valdez.
Yeah.
He's only played 62 games, and he's
killing it. Yeah.
But yeah, Sal Stewart, he's been. I don't want to say. Okay, he's been a surprise. Not if you're a Reds fan. But I don't follow the.
He was a pretty top prospect. He's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, crushing it.
But he's been killing. Which honestly, it's surprising how bad the Reds have been because they have so many great players.
But I will say, I wasn't. Who'd you say for Rookie of the Year? Did we both say the same?
Okay,
we weren't off.
No, but
he's the best.
He'll be probably third.
Yeah,
if I don't imagine, because
he's crushing it.
It really is. It's probably going to be second or third for. I'd have to imagine it's McLean, Weatherholt, and Stewart are the top three rookies in the National League. Yeah. But okay, moving on.
Good for the Reds. You guys always get screwed on everything.
Manager of the Year, real quick. We both said Craig Albernaz.
Well, we were wrong.
And I, in parentheses, had Mark Kotze.
It's not even the best in American
Manager
League.
of the
East.
Manager of the A's is what my backup options.
Dead last.
Double there. Thought the A's were gonna have a much better season than they did. That's why I think the Nick Kurtz MVP.
I think that statement that wasn't a crazy statement to make.
Yeah, I think so. This is my question: is how much do voters value permanent managers? Because I really would not be surprised.
Are we doing American League right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you vote against Chad Tracy? Look what he did for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
He came in and they were awful.
Yeah.
Awful. And turn the team around.
It's just I say we're on an Orioles podcast. We can't give them props.
I know.
You know what I mean? And then they got our catcher, and now that we're giving them,
well, he's doing awful. So he's doing the Lord's work over there.
It's hard to believe that he hasn't been the manager the whole season, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys realize this, but the Orioles fired our manager midseason last season, and we obviously didn't do as good as the Red Sox or the Phillies.
Yeah. And that's I just know, like, if you're looking at who else wins in the American League,
I think
I think it's either him or Will Venable, the White Sox. Because who thought
Okay.
if you look at any preseason rank,
if I'm
Red
voting-
Sox were 25-30.
if I'm voting Will Venable.
Yeah.
Mainly because
I think-
I got the Red Sox on. Get it? All right. I just screamed in everybody's ear right there.
Yeah. And then for the National League, you said Don Kelly, Pirates manager.
Yeah.
And I said
That's
Clayton
awful.
McCullough, the manager of the Marlins, who I almost want to stand by that and say that I could still if they sneak into a playoff spot, I could see it.
And I don't know how
But I don't know how you vote against Don Manning.
Don Mattingly wins it.
But you,
I mean,
you say that the Red Sox.
Dude, I know. I'm just not. I told you the only reason I'm not voting for the Red Sox.
Okay, because the Red
The
Sox
only reason
lost.
the only reason I'm not voting for the Red Sox is because they're taking all of our stuff and I hate them. Now,
they stole all your socks.
all my socks. I'm tired of Red Sox. But no, completely agree. But he's not going to win it because we're always going to give it to the hardest working manager in Major League Baseball per every sports writer and per every sports analysis. And that is what's his name? Dodgers manager.
Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts.
Now,
he's the best manager in the world. He has the hardest job. You know, he has to make this lineup of superstars. How does he do it? How is he able to make a pitching a lineup card?
And Grant can be done.
That's not fake Grant. I'm so done with that.
Okay.
I'm so done.
So
Put Dave Roberts on the Marlins. See if he wins it.
This is what I think in my mind. So it depends how much you value Don Mattingly as an interim manager that's come out and said he is not going to be the permanent manager next year. Like, everyone knows that. So do you vote for him still because of that? And then you look, do you go Craig Stammen in the Padres, who started off awful and now are in a wild card spot and could do something in the playoffs? You look that way.
No.
Or are you just saying, no, I'm going to be sarcastic and say Dave Roberts?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You keep going.
My thought also could be Pat Murphy.
Pat Murphy's
Brewers.
he's the best coach in Major League Baseball.
I don't like to take playoffs into consideration with stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
but if they get dog walked in the playoffs like they do every year, I don't know what the regular season means.
And this, back to being serious, Pat Murphy to me there's just no way that anybody thought they would at the end of September. I mean, at the end of August, that they would have the best record in baseball.
Yeah.
You know, and that might change, but because but it's just, I mean, name who's their left fielder?
Their left fielder, Christian Yelich.
Is he playing left or right? He's playing left.
It's either.
Okay. But you know what I mean? Like, there's certain positions on that team where you're like, and I watch baseball every day, and name who's the 3 starter? You know, anyway, it's just really, really amazing manager, gets the best out of his players. You know,
I guess Christian Yelich is probably more DH.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I think it's is Garrett Mitchell mainly playing left?
Oh, Garrett Mitchell.
playing
Yeah,
center
yeah, he is left field.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I know Garrett Mitchell.
But I mean, like, you know, like the But anyway, for real though,
Hey, we gotta support Joey Ortiz.
Joey Ortiz at least. Yeah,
I forgot Gary Sanchez was
still. So anyway, I think he is, in my opinion, manager of the year. I think Don Mattingly's right there. Like, if Don Mattingly wins it over him, I get it. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna be honest.
We know Dave Roberts won.
I think, say the season ends today, you got the Rays, White Sox, Rangers, Yankees, Red Sox, Guardians, American League, Brewers, Dodgers, Braves, Cubs, Phillies, Padres, and the National League. The Brewers are who I want to win the World Series.
I agree. I will root for the Brewers
because there's only maybe one or two teams in the American League that I would be rooting for, and it probably would end up being the White Sox and the Guardians.
There you go, guys. Elijah said it. World Series 2026. The Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles host the Milwaukee Brewers in Game 3.
Oh, we
Game 4. I said Game 4.
Game 4.
Yeah, Game 4. We're back on.
Right,
Game 4. Yeah. So make sure you pay your $785 per ticket for the upper risers. Because God knows that's what it'll be.
We're gonna actually, I think, should we invest in like a hot air balloon?
Just hop above it.
Set them up.
And then we'll do live commentating. Like, you want to listen to us or you want to listen to TV?
Can we? You got contacts with Goodyear, right? Get the blimp out there.
Yeah. I think we can build it.
Nah.
Get some propane tanks. I think it's
Nah. But just so everyone knows that we know the best about baseball, Cody's AL East prediction at the end of the season were Yankees first, Orioles second, Red Sox third, Blue Jays fourth, Rays fifth.
Can we flip that upside down? No, I'm kidding.
Yankees last?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
And don't worry, I wasn't that much off of his. I was almost identical. I just had Jays at first.
There's no way I would have thought the Rays would lead our division.
Yeah.
I mean, impressive. I mean,
I will say, I guarantee if you go back and look at the end of that, I said something about the Rays saying that. But we never know what happens with the Rays, and they very well could win the division because the Rays.
Right. The Dodgers are the sole reason why everybody wants a salary cap. The Rays are the sole reason why the players are saying that we don't need a salary cap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, the Rays they don't spend money. They trade valuable pieces at the worst time you think, and they
still give contracts.
They are a better version of the Oakland Athletics Moneyball than the Oakland Athletics were.
Yeah.
You know,
they don't have that. They don't have a Miguel Tejada.
No, or well, they do have good pitchers, but yeah, but yeah, you're right though. You're not.
Yeah.
You know,
they didn't have as good pitchers as Moneyball is though.
That's true. Moneyball is 3: Mark Mulder and Barry Zito. Good God. But what do we know? You know, they don't even talk about that.
It's because they don't have Brad Pitt.
Right. Can you imagine being a general manager and they come to you and they're like, "Hey," you're like, "Who's gonna play me?" You know, and Brad Pitt. You're like,
"Sign me up."
He looks just like me. Yeah, you're right. And then, or it'd be my luck. They go, "Hey, Cody, somebody's gonna play. Who's gonna play you?" The heavier version of Jonah Hill. You're like, God, no. Like, I don't want to be Jonah Hill.
Yeah, that's Brad Pitt there. I pulled up a picture of him.
I mean, it's not terrible.
He's not a crazy bad looking dude, I guess.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say that. When I look at him, I don't usually just say Brad Pitt.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here on another episode here of the Eutaw Street Banter podcast. Please make sure you like and follow our all our social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, all that good stuff. Look up at our website up there, EutawStreetBanter.com. Remember, if you're listening to this, on the Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you're watching us, we're on YouTube. Please subscribe and like and follow all of ours. Give us a 5-star rating. That helps us get our name out there a little bit more. This is our 3rd season. And hopefully we're able to do a 4th if baseball is going on. If not, that's going to be a sad time. So anyway, thank you guys so much. We will see you next week.